Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of our English Learning Podcast. I am your host, Lena. Today, I am very excited because I am not alone. I have my favorite English teacher with me. Everyone, please welcome Mr. David.
Hello, Lena, and hello to all the wonderful listeners. Thank you for inviting me to your podcast today. I am very happy to be here.
We are so lucky to have you, Mr. David. Today, we are talking about a very big problem. It is a problem that makes me cry sometimes. I know it makes our listeners very angry too. The problem is, why do we forget English words so quickly? And how can we fix this?
Yes, that is the number one question from all my students. You are not alone, Lena. Every language learner feels this pain.
Exactly. Let me tell you a story, Mr. David. Last Monday, I found a list of 20 new English words. I sat at my desk for an hour. I wrote them in my notebook. I read them out loud. I memorized the translation for every single word. I felt so smart and proud of myself. But then, on Thursday, I tried to remember them. I looked at the blank page. My mind was completely empty. I remembered maybe 3 words out of 20. Why does this happen? Is my memory bad?
No, Lena, your memory is not bad. Your memory is perfectly normal. In fact, your brain is doing exactly what it is supposed to do. It is protecting you.
Protecting me? How is making me forget my English vocabulary protecting me? That sounds crazy.
Think of your brain like a small computer. Every day you see millions of things. You see cars, you hear conversations, you look at your phone. Your brain cannot keep all of this information. If it did, it would explode. So the brain has a rule. If we don't use this information, we throw it away in the trash.
Oh, I understand. So because I only looked at the words on Monday and I did not use them on Tuesday or Wednesday, my brain threw them in the trash.
Exactly. If you just read a list of words once, your brain thinks, this is not important for survival. Delete it.
That is very interesting. So how do we tell the brain, stop, do not throw this away. These English words are important. What is the secret, Mr. David?
The first big secret is context. Never memorize a list of single words. It is the worst way to learn.
Listeners, this is very important. Mr. David said, never memorize single words. What do you mean by context, Mr. David?
Context means the story around the word, the sentence around the word. Your brain remembers stories, not single, lonely words. If you want to learn the word delicious, do not write delicious equals tasty.
So what should I write instead? How do I give the word delicious context?
You write a full sentence about your own life. You write, my mother's chocolate cake is so delicious. When you read that sentence, you imagine your mother. You imagine the chocolate cake. You smell the cake. Now the word is not lonely. It is attached to a real memory.
I love this idea so much. Let me explain this to our listeners to make sure it is clear. If you find a new word, don't just put it in a dictionary list. Put it in a sentence that is true for your life. If the word is afraid, don't just say afraid. Say, I am afraid of big spiders, because when you think of the spider, your brain wakes up. You attach an emotion to the word. Does emotion help memory, Mr. David?
Yes, perfectly said, Lena. Emotion is like super glue for the brain. If a word makes you laugh, or if it makes you scared, you will never forget it.
Okay, so step 1 is learning words in sentences and adding emotion. But, Mr. David, even if I learn a word in a sentence, I still forget it after a week if I don't see it again. What is the next step to stop forgetting?
Step 2 is a scientific technique. It has a long name. It is called spaced repetition.
Spaced repetition. That sounds like a science fiction movie. Let me break this down for the listeners. Repetition means doing something again and again. Spaced means leaving a space or leaving time between the reviews. Am I right?
You are completely right. You should not look at the word 100 times in one day. That is bad repetition. Good repetition is like this. You learn the word today. You review it tomorrow. Then you wait 3 days and review it again. Then you wait 1 week. Then you wait 1 month.
So the space between the reviews gets bigger and bigger. That makes sense. Because you remind your brain right before it is going to throw the word in the trash. When your brain sees the word again after a week, it says, "Oh, Lena is looking at this word again. It must be important. I will keep it in long-term memory."
That is exactly the science behind it.
But, Mr. David, it is very hard to organize this with paper. I cannot remember which words to review today and which words to review next week. My notebook will be a mess.
You do not need paper for this anymore. There are many great mobile apps that do the math for you. You just put your new sentences in the app, and the app tells you what to review every day.
Oh, right. I actually use a vocabulary app on my phone. Listeners, finding a good English learning app is magic. When I am on the bus or waiting for a friend, I just open my app for 5 minutes. It shows me the words I am starting to forget. It saves so much time. Using technology really helps with spaced repetition.
It really does. Apps are the best tool for this. But there is one more step, Lena, the final secret.
I am ready. Our listeners are ready. Tell us the final secret to remembering vocabulary.
You must produce the word. Reading and listening are not enough. You must write it or you must speak it.
Produce the word. You mean output. I think this is where I make a big mistake. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I hear a word and I say, "Oh, I know that word." But when I talk to someone, the word is hiding. I cannot pull it out of my mouth.
Yes, recognizing a word when you hear it is passive memory. Speaking the word is active memory. They are two different skills. To move a word to your active memory, you must force your mouth to say it.
So, if I learn a new word in the morning, I need to force myself to use it in the evening.
Exactly. Let's say your new word today is enormous. Enormous means very, very big. Do not just write it down. When you see your friend later, force yourself to say, "Look at that enormous building," or "I ate an enormous sandwich for lunch." Force the word out of your mouth.
This is such wonderful advice. Let me summarize everything for our listeners so they don't forget the lesson itself. Number 1, our brains throw away information we don't use. It is normal. Do not be angry with yourself. Number 2, never memorize lonely words. Always put words in a sentence, a story, or a strong emotion. Context is king. Number 3, use spaced repetition. Do not review all your words every day. Leave spaces. 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, and use a mobile app to help you organize this easily. And finally, number 4, output. Speak the word. Write the word in a comment. Say it to your family. Force the word out of your head and into the real world.
You are a fantastic student, Lena. That is the perfect summary. If your listeners do these 4 things, their vocabulary will explode in just a few months.
I am going to start doing this today. No more long lists of single words for me. Mr. David, thank you so much for joining me today. You explained a difficult problem in a very simple way.
It was my pleasure, Lena. Keep up the great work with the podcast.
Thank you. And to all our listeners, thank you for spending your time with us. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a race. Be patient with your brain. Try these new tips this week and let me know in the comments if they help you. Have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you in the next episode. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.